Just City started Court Watch earlier this year to try to put eyes and ears on the criminal justice system in Memphis and Shelby County.
Court Watch is an opportunity for residents and citizens of Memphis and Shelby County to come inside of courtrooms and view dockets in real time. Court Watch really opens those doors and allows the power dynamics to be shifted back into the hands of the people because they decide what they should care about.
For a system that's that big and that important to a community to operate sort of in the dark is not healthy.
A few years ago, I read a book by Brian Stevenson called Just Mercy, and in it, he pretty persuasively argues that the type of justice you receive often has more to do with the color of your skin or how much money you make than your guilt or innocence. But I wondered in Memphis what kind of justice was being rendered here.
I've lived in Memphis all my life, growing up in a city that has struggled with civil rights and racism. And then when I went to college, I met someone whose parents had been incarcerated.
I grew up in an impoverished neighborhood with a mother who was taken advantage of sexually when she was incarcerated. And she had my little brother by way of the criminal justice system.
You know, this is who I am. This is what I wanted to do. I've known about the injustice in the criminal justice system since I was a young person.
People are sometimes shocked and surprised by what they see.
Accountability and transparency are just important, period, in the moral compass of life. But when you incorporate our criminal justice system, when you're walking into, first 201 Poplar, and then into those beige, dark, oftentimes courtrooms, they can be very intimidating.
Walking into 201, you have to go through metal detectors and then down a lot of stairs. So it's like you're walking into a dungeon, and you really feel that when you walk in.
We've learned from other learning cities because Court Watch itself is not a new phenomenon. Anyone who is dressed appropriately and doesn't create a disturbance may go into any public courtroom and watch. What we found is what's necessary is the stories that we see.
The emotion is one thing you can't really prepare for. We were in drug court, and there was a young woman who was on a bench toward the back just sobbing and rocking and saying, "Oh God." And just the power of the people who were trapped in this system and whose lives are about to be changed, that actual emotion, that actual reality of people's lives just being forever changed right there in that courtroom is something that really brings home, you know, how important criminal justice is.
A lot of our notes that we take feed into policy, feed into legislative agenda. The public gets to be a part of informing our decisions on what we speak to lawmakers about.
Just being in a group really shows the power of presence in the courtroom, and that the judges, the prosecutors, the deputies have to kind of be on their A game because people are watching, society's watching.
Court Watch is applying pressure to everyone that takes part in the criminal justice system. It is showing everyone in the courtroom that the community cares.
You can actually help on an individual basis, which is something that's so rare today.
When there's sunshine and when there's light on a system, it operates better.
If you were speeding down the street and no one was there to stop you, you would most likely continue to speed. So what we're doing now is we're coming into courtrooms and saying, what will you do when we are watching?